What is up, everybody? It's your boy Chris. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. Today, we're going to be talking about Hell Let Loose Vietnam. About a month ago, I released a video discussing Hell Let Loose Vietnam about a week before the first beta weekend. I just recently played over this weekend, the second release of open beta weekend. I felt that I wanted to record a video. I tried to record a video yesterday. And then when I played back the footage, I had no audio. So as you can imagine, I was sitting in front of a camera for 30 minutes, not knowing any of the audio was being captured. So pat myself on the back for that one. But now I sat down today, and it's so funny that none of that got captured yesterday when I was working on the video. And today, out of all days, which is surprising, Team 17 released a statement today, and I'm going to discuss the statement and then get into what my initial reason of wanting to make a video yesterday, and then today I was going to actually, redo everything what I practically was trying to say in that video. But Team 17 actually dropped a statement today, and this is what their statement was. And it starts: to those of you who played the open beta over the weekend, we hope you enjoyed your time going hands-on with Hell Let Loose Vietnam ahead of launch. We have been so excited watching you share your experiences, seeing the great videos from our war correspondents, and being able to receive and implement your important feedback throughout both our closed and open betas. In addition to your feedback, we have also been carrying out intensive internal playtests for both the PC and console versions of Hell Let Loose Vietnam, and we have identified several areas where additional development time will allow us to deliver a stronger launch experience. Therefore, after careful consideration, we have decided to delay launch to August 13th. This will ensure that Hell Let Loose Vietnam launches at the quality level we expect and you deserve. We understand that many of you have been waiting patiently for this next installment in the Hell Let Loose franchise, and we are deeply appreciative of your patience. We will continue to keep you updated on our progress. As always, you're welcome to send your feedback via social channels, the official Hell Let Loose Discord, and through our support page. Thank you all for playing, and we'll see you for deployment soon. So over the weekend, I did about approximately maybe like 4 hours of total gameplay. I enjoyed the game, but I felt the need to release. I wanted to make a video because I don't know what was missing while I was playing the game. The first initial open beta weekend, the optimization was really bad. I was having a tough time with my visuals. It was very grainy at times. It just didn't look right. It just looked really weird. And then also the color palette of the game itself was very overly saturated, with a lot of very yellow in hue. And I wasn't the only one. I did have a lot of discussions and a lot of time talking with fellow players and gamers while in a match, discussing some of the areas of what was working and what wasn't working. And then over this weekend, there was a lot of, not negativity, but it was a lot of criticism going around, especially in game, when you were talking to people and people having issues. And a couple of things that I noticed while I was playing over the weekend was I was having a lot of texture loss while I was playing. Now I don't know if that was me personally, or if it was the game itself, or it was just me, but I felt at times while I was running through, I would get some blurred textures as I was running through the map. I did notice that some areas of the shadow areas of the jungle or tree areas were really dark. Had a tough time, catching players or seeing players. And at times the audio wasn't really, the audio seemed off. And in the first open beta weekend, I also had audio issues in terms of like you hear a helicopter and you look up, it sounds like it's directly over you, but it's actually really pretty far away. So you're looking, seeing if the helicopter's right there. The audio did improve. I do remember while I was streaming the game, I was able to basically track a player through their footsteps, which I actually did say. I was like, oh, wow, it's like literally the area that I heard the footsteps. So the audio did improve slightly, but there were some times where the audio was a little bit clunky. And garrison spawns were crazy because when you had a lot of people dropping in and respawning on the garrison, some people get stuck. You'll get stuck and you have to wait one by one for people to run. Now, if you've never played Hell Let Loose before, the minute you respawn on an OP or a garrison, and there's a red exclamation point on them, like you're just either you're hitting the deck or you're just hightailing it out of there. You don't know where you're going, what direction you're going. You gotta move. You gotta move because there's probably somebody eyeing that spawn point, either spawn killing or whatever. You just gotta go, or people just just waiting for people just to get in. And yeah, there was a little bit of a some I guess a bug or a glitch, which after playing this weekend, I was very interested to get the feel of the temperature of the room, right? So I wanted to see where everybody was at. And I want to first say that I'm not, it is beta, right? So this is where you want these things to happen. There's potential and room to make improvements, right? And what are those improvements? I mean, there's so many people with a lot of different opinions and whatnot, but I do feel like one thing that I have to say is at times while I'm playing, the recoil on certain weapons were like, it kind of just felt a little bit arcadey to me. And I know that they're trying to branch out to so many different players with different play skills. And at times it's like, for me and Hell Let Loose specifically, the original, I fell in love with the game just because of the realistic aspect of the game. And what do I mean by that? Certain weapons having crazy recoil that in comparison to like in real life, like how they would shoot. And at times while I was playing the game, I felt it was a little bit arcadey. I mean, I would say it actually is arcadey in the movement and shooting and stuff. And I know they're trying to broaden their audience and broaden their consumer base, but I feel like if it's not broken, don't fix it type of thing. But also too, like I'm into this, I can play Call of Duty, Battlefield, play that, go crazy, just run and gun, shoot, arcade, boom, done. And then there's at times where I just want to play Hell Let Loose, Gray Zone Warfare, and hop into a game, or even Arma at times, Squad, and just hop in and just get that realistic aspect of a game, right? Or of a scenario or a situation or a conflict, or whatever the event is. I just want to just be immersed in a game. And I think Hell Let Loose, the original game, did a perfect job at that. And I said that in my video that I released about a month and a half ago. But I just feel like there's something missing with this game because, not for nothing, like I love the original Hell Let Loose, but I'm very excited for this game and I want this game to succeed. And I know with the original Hell Let Loose, gradually over time, it just got better and better with a lot of, patches and updates. As time went on, they just kept adding and inputting things to the game, which made it, massively appealing to people. So I have hope for this game. I wouldn't say disappointed or like, oh, I'm not gonna play the game. Oh, I'm disappointed. It's like, shout out to the devs for actually reviewing the feedback, right? Getting people's opinions and being like, what, we're gonna have to listen to the consumers and be like, well, this game is technically not ready to be released in a couple of weeks. We have to drop in August. And I think what they did today was a great move, and that makes me really excited to see what they do, because there are a lot of things that should be changed, like the helicopter rides, the way it flies, a little bit clunky, a little bit choppy at times. I know people were having FPS issues. I at times had FPS issues in the game, and yeah, the textures were somewhat of an issue at times. They took away the grainy look from the original, from the first open beta weekend. It's still there a little bit. I think that um, the overall color palette of the game was tweaked a little bit, but I would like to see it not so much overly saturated at times. Um, but yeah, I wanted to make this video to see and get a feel and get some feedback from those of you who watch, who enjoy Hell Let Loose, and want to see this game progress. What are like things that need to be fixed? What are things that should be implemented? Another thing that I'm kind of on the fence about is the tunnels. The tunnels are basically fast travel. So when you're in the match itself, at times if you have the tunnel situation happening for the MVAs, you know, it gives them the ability to absolutely completely maneuver like so quick, because it's like you're not traveling. Those people are not traveling real time, running to a real time objective. They are actually just fast traveling, like boom, here you go, you just landed here, boom, done. So at times it was just like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, you know, it would be cool. I mean, this is just me, but it would be cool if you actually have tunnels that you could dig through, that you actually have to run in real time to another tunnel or to specific areas. That would be really cool. How can this game be a successful game like the original Hell Let Loose? Like how does that happen? What needs to be done? What can be implemented for people to be really, really excited to play? There were a couple other let me just pull up other reviews. Yeah, like this one, the biggest disappointment. Performance bugs aside, the biggest disappointment in this game is the missed opportunity to prove on the last game and add some extremely cool, unique features into the setting. I want to be going through dark tunnels to clear them out to stop points being overrun, or on the other side, setting up traps and defending tunnels. I want to be looking out for traps and disarming them, pulling teammates out of holes. There is so many unique parts of the war that could have been expressed in an extremely fun way through a game, and instead we basically have a DLC man from the old game with everything just worse. And like I said, that's what it's funny that like that was the one I pulled up, because I basically said the same exact thing in regards to the tunnels. It's just a fast travel. If they're able to change that and make it somewhat, you know, kind of not, I'm sorry to use this word, but a little bit cheesy, because you just go up to it and just go, okay, that's how the fast travel works. And when you're in the match, you get to see all the players just literally just fast traveling through. They're not even getting a chance to like run or just be in a part. It's just like, oh, here you go, you're getting sucked into a vacuum. Here you go, you're right here. I made a list. I don't think anyone will really care, but in no particular order. Can no longer view the map while down. The map screen no longer shows the team composition and moved it into a different screen. You can no longer see if you have a commander from the HUD either. Unable to break ADS while prone. And Hell Let Loose, if you were ADS and prone and hit A or D or space, you would break ADS and move. Now nothing happens unless you toggle ADS first. The one extra input could make all the difference when up against a nade. Spawning in a pile, it's like spawning NPCs in Skyrim, a massive pile that explodes outward. Helicopter controls, Q and E yaw, better collective control, mouse, keyboard. WSASD controls on the double AMG. Like what the F even? I hate games that nerf inputs for balance. You can no longer permanently highlight a squad on the map. The revealed enemies on the map stay on the map. Can't clear map markers. Strafing runs no longer show the AOE box on the map. Obvious white puffy smoke cloud when placing some objects, specifically ammo boxes. Bunch of audio problems. Directional sound seems off, especially on spawn. Suppression mechanics seems bugged, so that shots directly at you become muted to the point of being inaudible. You can no longer commend. Tiny chat box limit. Why use many word when few do trick? No end of round text chat. My voice was also bugged and never worked after matches. We need customizable loadout presets. The napalm sucks. Compare the feeling of seeing that bombing run in Hell Let Loose creeping towards you versus the napalm. I want massive swaths of land charred black, thick rolling black clouds, people screaming. Most of the time I don't even notice the napalm strikes. The NVA bombing run is more impressive. Yes, the NVA bombing run is that is a very valid point, because the NVA bomb is similar to the original Hell Let Loose bombing run, because I've at times stopped. I think I even got killed just staring at it just to see how it looked. And with the napalm strikes, I just never really seen the napalm strike. I just seen it in the map view on an overhead view of the napalm strikes. But that's a valid point. How is there a way to have just a spread of fire and just have the area kind of just get black and just have, like, you know, fire mechanics? And I know it's a lot. Like I said, also too, I'm not a game developer, right? I don't know how much work it takes to get into a game or develop a game. But as a player and someone who is a big fan of this title, hey, if you could just make that happen, that'd be great. Oh, look at this. This is a positive one. Let's read that, because sometimes it's rare. Performance issues aside, this was genuinely fun. Excited for the release, though. I might wait before buying to make sure they fix the performance issues. Also, Proc's voice chat would be legendary. I need to be able to tell the GIs to go home and tell the NBA to go get some. Which, I mean, I gotta say, the Hell Let Loose community showed up in full every single time I played the open betas. They came in hot and heavy. The role play was real. I ain't gonna lie. I added to it as well. I was like, let's go. Shout out to the developers for actually listening to the community and delaying this title so that they can present a better product. And I'm excited for that. You know, like I said, I'm not disappointed. Actually, today I was actually excited. I was a little bit disappointed because I was like, hey, if this is what we're gonna get in 3 weeks, I mean, you know, I'm gonna look forward to the next the following updates or patches coming to see if they're adding new things. But the fact that they delayed it to August is enough time for them to figure things out, fix all these issues, and hopefully come up with some other ideas to implement, and not say anything to anybody and just be like, oh, this is what we worked on. We're not gonna even tell you on Reddit. We're not going to tell you on Discord. We're just going to throw it up on there. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. I want to see, like, oh, we didn't know that we were getting this, you know. And also, too, another positive note, I was in a mortar crew for a bit, and I had a great time doing it. It was a 3-man mortar crew. I don't know if it was a fourth guy. I think he left or got DC'd. Yeah, he got DC'd, so it was 3 of us, and we were just having fun. Like, we literally just plopped down, built up 2 mortars, and just, like, went after it. Aimed, communication. The squad lead was in communication with the commander and giving coordinates and stuff, and we just at it. I never did it before, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. And we were doing so well that people actually were trying to hunt us down. This was a comment that actually stood out to me. Never played Hell Let Loose, watched Stack Frags video, and immediately downloaded the beta. Agree, Stack Frags. He got me into a lot of games. Playing at 4K, 5800X, 5080 and 32 gig of RAM, with everything set to medium frame gen DLS performance on. I'm getting 80 FPS on map screen. I love needed frame gen just to hit 60 frames per second, but it doesn't feel good either. My teammates are popping around, and foliage reminds me of Ark Survival Evolved on base PS4 in a 2026 game that comes out in 3 weeks. It's crazy. I played 1 round, and I know I definitely won't be buying it, and I don't think I'll play Hell Let Loose anytime soon either. I like the idea. It reminded me of PlanetSide 2. I enjoy the rules and squad work. Well, the rules and squad work is usually the community and the people who play the game, which, you know, I enjoy all the time too, scaled up a little bit. That's in my opinion. It should be 100%. It should be, you know, it should be a little bit better, in my opinion. But yeah, and at times, like, the dark areas in the map, or, you know, if you're running a jungle, it gets really, really dark, and it's just the shadows. Sometimes it's just a little bit off. Like, you know, it's a tough time with visibility. But like I said, I'm excited now that they happen to delay this in August. So I'm excited about that. So now it's not June 18th anymore. It's in August, and it's enough time for them to work on the game. So I'm excited about that. Let me know down below what you guys think about the game. If you played both betas, let me know what was your pros and cons and what you're looking forward to, and what you're looking forward to that they can fix. And not only that, we need to figure out what is going to make this game pop. If you are excited to like see this game actually thrive, what is something the developers can put into this game that can make this game blow out every single other game? What can they throw in there that can actually make this game go so much further? Because I'm excited. I want that to happen. I really want them to succeed. I want this game to succeed. I want to see this game flourish as much as possible. So like I said, I'm not disappointed. I'm hopeful. But yeah, let me know down below. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button. Please, helps the video out tremendously. Sub to the channel. You get notified when my streams go up and my videos go up. And also, please like the video. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so very much. It's your boy Kryz, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.